So the Azimuth Aligner is a device that's used to replace manual, labour-intensive and time-consuming processes that are typically associated with orientating drill rigs in civil construction. So what we found was that in civil construction, land surveyors were used to go through a very painstaking process to orientate smaller diameter incline drilling. So what we've designed the Azimuth Aligner to do is allow smaller diameter incline drillers to orientate their drill rig in 5 minutes and completely eliminate the need for a surveyor on site to be part of that process. So the Azimuth Aligner has been used historically in the mining industry, but in recent years we've worked on some pretty high profile civil construction jobs. So a couple of years ago we were part of the historic London Crossrail project, where we were part of the compensation grouting program. So what we did on that project was reduce the time that those compensation grouting rigs needed to be orientated, and ultimately what that resulted in was a 30% increase in the production of those rigs. So we're now partnering with SoilMech Australia to grow the market for the Azimuth Aligner in the Australian construction space, and we're now also partnering with pioneering anchoring businesses such as PTC Civil here in Sydney, Australia, to demonstrate the benefits that the Aligner can bring to their operations, and specifically how we can improve the drilling production rates and quality of drilling that they supply to their clients. So the Azimuth Aligner is designed very, very simply. So what that means is, from a user's perspective, the driller can use the system with approximately an hour's worth of training. But over and above that, fundamentally what the Aligner does is replace a process that can take up to multiple hours, that move, measure, move process that a typical land surveyor would go through, and we replace that with a 5-minute process, which is the Azimuth Aligner process. So ultimately what that does is deliver increased time for productive drilling in each shift. So for the drilling contractor, it means that they increase their production per shift, and for the contractor who's running that job, it allows them to ensure that the job is completed on time and on budget. So the Azimuth Aligner is designed to be used by the driller, and with that in mind, it's very, very simple for those users to use. Simply put, turn the Azimuth Aligner on, pick the device up, clamp it to the lead rod of the drill rig. At that point, the azimuth and dip data being output by the sensor is viewable by the driller on the handpiece. He's then able to manoeuvre the rig until the rig is pointing at the necessary azimuth and inclination, take a snapshot which saves that information for review at a later point in time, remove the sensor from the rig and commence drilling. So that entire process can be completed in 5 minutes and replaces the need for a surveyor to conduct multiple hours worth of work to orientate an inclined smaller diameter drill rig. We believe that the interest of SoilMech and the interest of Minovare in terms of how we want to impact the Australian construction industry are very much aligned. SoilMech Australia delivers industry-leading productivity with their suite of drill rigs. The Azimuth Aligner, by eliminating the downtime that's typically associated with surveying-based drill rig alignment methods, drastically improves the productivity of inclined, smaller diameter drilling operations throughout the Australian construction industry, but also improves safety by eliminating potentially hazardous processes and reducing the time that people need to be on the job site conducting these drilling operations.